Good morning to all the healthy foodies out there. This is Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast dedicated to one thing: to learn and apply to eat better daily. I'm your host, Angela Shurina from CreateYourself.today, your personal nutritionist, your personal health and wellness coach, your personal food detective, diet explorer, and just someone with a lot of passion for healthy eating, healthy food, nutrition, diets, fat loss, everything and anything in between, and everything we put on our plates, in our fridges, in our mouth, to hopefully feel great, look amazing, and perform the best on all levels, mentally and physically. Today, guys, before I give you some advice on nutrition for the cold season, in most of the world right now, it's gonna get colder, it's gonna get snowing, and probably your immune system will need a little bit more support to keep you healthy, full of energy, and performing the best on all levels. So to boost your immune system, to avoid colds or feeling under the weather as much as possible, there are certain nutrients and foods that you can be eating to make sure that you give your body everything it needs to maintain really amazing immune system that will keep you healthy no matter what. So before all of that, we will talk a little bit philosophically about diet versus religion. Might be a weird topic, but whenever somebody discovers diet or nutrition movement or some protocol like intermittent fasting that works and gives results for some time or in some area of nutrition or health, let's take, for example, low carb diets. People usually flow from regular diet of eating, a lot of processed junk or a lot of processed carbohydrates, sugars, processed grains. People switch to this low carbohydrate diet, changing the quality of what people eat, changing lifestyle, maybe workout routine, and people get a lot of results. They feeling better, they looking better, and then they start believing that what gave them those results will work for everything across the board. This thing that they just tried and got results, for example, fat loss results, that the same thing gonna make them superhuman. And I'm talking about them or you, but I'm also talking about myself. I fell in love with diets quite a few times in my life, thinking that this is the thing that's gonna work for everything and gonna turn me into superhuman who's super shredded, performing the best mentally and physically, and lives forever, having all the best blood work. And if my blood work doesn't compare to whatever is the standard in the health industry, then they don't understand something, and my diet is still perfect and it cannot be better. What I'm trying to say here and what I'm talking about right now is, again, we fall in love with some diet nutrition strategy because we got some results, and we think that now we're bulletproof. So if we're on a keto or low carb diet, on a really good keto diet, let's say, we think that eating bacon and more fat will cure us of all illnesses, and we cannot have high cholesterol that will promote heart disease. Meaning that there are variations, but if you are going to have heart disease, you're going to have some problems with your cholesterol and blood lipids. That is a necessary condition. Anyway, we go keto or high-fat diet, and then we start thinking that no matter what our blood work shows, it's just all, unconventional and new, and all the heart surgeons and heart doctors know shit about that, and we shouldn't listen to them when they warn us when our blood work doesn't check out exactly to the opposite extreme. So anyway, and we start listening to some sound advice and some reasoning and thinking about that maybe something about what we do doesn't work, even though we're eating all keto and all low carb, that maybe something about our approach, like fasting, for example, that gives us amazing mental clarity, doesn't exactly work for our body perfectly. Maybe there is something we still need to work on, and maybe that something is not exactly aligned with the perfect keto strategy or the perfect fat macros. And then we might experience a lot of problems, but we still choose to be on this diet over our health. So basically, we choose to fall in love with diet and being perfectionist with our diet, not looking at our objective health biomarkers. And that is a very dangerous place to be when your diet becomes your religion and your identity and your way of life and your one and only life meaning. It's really, really like when people prioritize their nutrition and diet over their health and actual results and actual performance, actual health, this is a very dangerous place to be. And as soon as you notice that in yourself, you need to get the hell out of it. That's why I always read literature on different diets, on different nutrition strategies. I read things that I might necessarily agree with at the moment, but I read scientists and researchers and people who, do interesting things or research about nutrition. I looked at the opposite camp too, opposite to what I believe, for example, right now, or might think is true right now. I look to check if that really checks out, or if that an actual fact or just something I would like to believe in. And you also need to do that and look objectively at what you're getting. Yes, you might have lost some weight on a keto diet, but now look objectively. How's your health? How's your overall energy levels? How's your performance in the gym? Like, are you not able to lift heavy and work out as intensely? That also an indication that something is not exactly right in your body, because your body is not able to perform as well as it used to. And after, maybe some period of adjusting to a new lifestyle, to your diet, your performance should improve and should get better, and you should start feeling amazing mentally and physically. And if you don't, then that something is not working about your lifestyle, your nutrition, your diet, or again, your lifestyle or sleep or whatever it is. And you need to figure it out. And you might, need to eat some fiber and some carbs from vegetables again for your optimum health. Who knows? Everybody is different, and your needs might not be for perfect keto, but it doesn't mean that there is no other approach that will work 100% for you, or that you cannot be healthy. Don't choose keto or health. Don't be that guy or girl. Choose health always and figure out what works for you personally, nutrition and lifestyle and training wise. So this is a little bit long rant on diet versus religion, and diet should not be your life, your identity, and you should not prioritize your diet over your own health and well-being. And now we will talk about our immune system and what nutrients and minerals, vitamins are needed to support your robust immune system to make you feel the best no matter what the weather is like outside, no matter if everyone around you is sneezing. You should take some proactive actions to boost your immune system and to make sure that your body has everything to make your immune system work the best that it can. So 1, zinc. That mineral is essential for a healthy immune system. You just gotta have it. And supplements don't work, again, as well as whole foods do. Absorption rate from minerals and vitamins from supplements also depends on the supplement, of course, and when you're taking it with what, but foods always work better in our body. So zinc, some food that you can get zinc from is grass-fed beef or lamb, chickpeas, cashews, almonds, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, eggs, some of the rich food in zinc. It's supports your immune system and cellular activity while also acting as an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. So get your food rich in zinc, your cashews, your almonds, your hemp seeds, your chickpeas, eggs, pumpkin seeds. Number 2, selenium. That's another necessary mineral to fight your seasonal sickness. So selenium has antiviral and anti-cancer properties and helps to counteract aging of your immune system. So be healthy in any age, right? One of the best sources to get your bioavailable and best absorbed selenium is Brazil nuts, and you only need a couple of them to satisfy your daily needs. One friend of mine actually didn't even spend any money on Brazil nuts. She would just go to a store where they sell nuts, and because you only need 1 or 2, she would just eat them right there, satisfying all her selenium needs for the day without spending a dime on it. So Brazil nuts, but also other foods are rich in selenium, like salmon or beef, turkey, and again, wild salmon, grass-fed beef or turkey, pasture-raised eggs, great options. Also things like mushrooms and spinach and sunflower seeds have some. Number 3, vitamin A. Vitamin A has a powerful impact on the immune system. It plays a special role in maintaining strong mucosal barriers. So those barriers that keep the invaders or potential viruses out of your system. So vitamin A is essential for that, and that mucosal barrier is in your eyes, your respiratory system, your gastrointestinal organs and system. So vitamin A is needed to maintain that mucosal barrier that keeps the invaders out. Where can you get it? There are actually 2 kinds of vitamin A: preformed vitamin A and provitamin A carotenoids. So preformed vitamin A is the best absorbed, and your body doesn't have to do any work to actually use it. And you can get it from animal foods only: meats, eggs, fish, and organ meats like liver. Liver is super rich in vitamin A. So whenever you can get your hands on some good quality liver, eat it. Again, and then also some eggs, some fish, all they have vitamin E that your body absorbs the best. And then there is provitamin A carotenoids that you can get from plant sources, but again, your body has to do more work and it's not as well absorbed, and you have to get more of it. So not really efficient way to get your vitamin A from things like kale, spinach, carrots, sweet potatoes, or other green, deep or yellow and orange vegetables and plants. So get your vitamin A. My best advice: get your liver, eat it, and you'll be happy with your vitamin A. So zinc, and eating things like grass-fed beef or lamb, chickpeas, cashews, almonds, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, eggs, to get your zinc. Selenium, best source is Brazil nuts. A couple of Brazil nuts will do the work for the day. Then also salmon, eggs, some grass-fed beef and turkey, and plants like mushrooms and spinach, and vitamin A, the best source, meat, eggs, fish, and of course our favorite liver. And then plants like kale, spinach, and other sweet potatoes, carrots, and other yellow and orange vegetables, or maybe even some fruits. Anyway, so zinc, selenium, and vitamin A, remember that, make your immune system work its best to protect you from anyone sneezing around you, so you could still feel your best no matter what, and perform your best, because when you get sick, you just can't enjoy your life no matter how positive and pumped you are. So keep your immune system working with zinc, selenium, and vitamin A. And again, don't prioritize your diet over your health. Don't make your diet your religion. That's a very dangerous place to be, that can even cause death. So take care of your health, of your mental and physical performance, of your energy levels. Track that somehow and figure out your diet accordingly. Don't try to fit your health according to suit your perfect quote-unquote diet. Okay, guys? So this is it for today. Thank you for listening. I love you all. I hope you're enjoying amazing energy, a lot of health, and a lot of heavy weight workouts today. So go and lift something heavy for me. And if you have any questions, don't forget to use the link in the show notes to schedule your own free Skype Q&A, where I'm going to answer all of your questions to design your new nutrition, diet, lifestyle, workout to reach your goal faster. So use that link freely, the link that you can find in the show notes. And till next time, eat better daily. Eat some Brazil nuts to support your immune system today for me, will you?